G'day everyone. Welcome to the second channel. I play a lot of FIFA, to be honest with you, or FC or whatever it is now. I play a lot of it. I always have done this. This has always been something I've done. I've not missed a FIFA since FIFA 10, I think, and that's consistently playing it. And I'm not saying, I play it every single year immediately. I've gone back and played it. I've played every single one since FIFA 10, and I've probably played FIFA for realistically 7 years, which isn't as long as a lot of people, but I love the game. And this is why I have a second channel, because I like playing other games, basically, and documenting it, because I'll always stream other games over on Twitch. I'll always do that. But I'll never make content on other games. And over here, sort of with my main channel, I'm trying to bring different corners of YouTube into one, with just cars. But over here, it's sort of just a bit of everything. A bit more of a clips channel. That's why it's sort of titled Travis Live instead of more of a second channel. But it is a second channel. So I thought I'd talk about the FC25 deep dive, because I find it quite interesting. I feel like they're trying to spice up the game a little bit, and if they do it correctly, it could be positive. Now, for those who haven't seen it, let's just go through and watch it again. I have already watched it. I watched it pretty much as soon as it came out, but I didn't make a video. I didn't think to. I just thought, I'd sort of make a couple of these videos before I sort of fully announce the channel is back. Here at the Travis Live channel. But yeah, let's have a look here and give it a bit of a watch and just sort of see what we think.
This is FC25.
FC25, baby.
With tactics inspired by the greatest minds of the game, more hypermotion from last year's most memorable matches, and new playstyles. Everything you need to win for the club.
A little bit more.
Introducing FCIQ.
I'll talk about it a little bit more, the whole FCIQ thing. It means the game's going to feel a lot more lively. And what I mean by that is you're going to see a lot more, more diving, a little bit more realistic players. It's going to feel a little bit more, the character's going to feel a little bit more lively, have a little bit more emphasis on, how they kick the ball, how they perhaps go, and with a slide tackle, perhaps it feels a little bit more, just the way limbs move a little bit more naturally, I think, is a big emphasis on what FCIQ is, or just what the new game in general is going to be, but also with, how they're going to bring in player roles, which I believe is in Football Manager, which is another game I really want to play because get into another franchise. But anyway, let's continue. We're only 20 seconds in.
Overhaul the game's tactical system, where team tactics, player roles, and in-game smart tactics give you more control over.
And just to be clear, this is mainly for clubs and my team, and I always play Ultimate Team. I always play Ultimate Team basically. And that's what I play every year. So realistically, it's card pack openings and stuff like that. And I think this is for me is the biggest thing for the games. That's what most people realistically play. Got to speak English, but what most people realistically play is my Ultimate Team, my team, whatever. You know what I mean?
Over how your team moves and plays than ever before.
Let's give it more of a watch though.
Success in FC is no longer just about putting in the best player at a position. It's about putting in the right player for the system you want to run.
With FCIQ, team tactics have been modernized at both ends of the pitch, and your teammates are smarter both on and off the ball.
Something we're excited about this year is that FCIQ can be used to easily emulate a favorite manager's tactics. Say,
Jurgen Klopp, baby.
for example, instead of a traditional 4-4-2 that might feel static or disorganized, you can set up your team in a more fluid, balanced style that might alternate between a 4-3-3
and I know I pause a lot, but I guess this is more about me talking about it. I do find this a lot. I find it and it feels like it's been like this probably for years now in Ultimate Team, where my players just don't run to the run to the right spot. I could be making a sick run, and I want a player at back post, me at the top of the you know what I mean? They're not pushed up enough. But with this, I believe you can sort of set that, and player roles is going to sort of change that a little bit. And I hope this is the biggest thing for FC25. Your players, when you're not controlling them, need to be able to tackle, and they need to be able to win the ball a little bit more. And they've got to run to your positions a little bit more. And instead of making your players make more mistakes with higher difficulty, make the opposition just better. You know what I mean? Make it harder. Don't make everything feel exactly the same. Just make the opposition like players harder. They tackle harder. The balls go in the right spot. Don't make it that our players on
4-2-3-1.
our
Something close to what you
ultimate
might see
team or
under
my team,
Ancelotti
whatever,
at Madrid.
play worse. You know what I mean?
As you can see, Real Madrid have dominated possession.
That is truly special.
We realized we can't just update team tactics to make the game feel authentic. It's also down to players being used appropriately in the system.
That's why we're excited to bring player roles to FC. We built an out-of-game AI model in order to help identify which player roles fit players in FC.
That's cool.
Picking the proper role means you can unleash players in entirely new ways, and each role can have multiple focuses.
A plus or a plus plus means that the player is either accomplished or world-class in that specific player.
So is this going to replace chemistry in Ultimate Team? Where you look for getting players in the same club, same nationality, same league? Is this just going to be like, you can have, let's say, Bellingham. You can have Havertz, Salah, I've got to think here. You could have an Aaron Kunda from A-League. You could have them all from different leagues, but if they fit that position, does that change chemistry? Does that mean it doesn't matter what league you're looking for, realistically? You could just have the best players? Is that what I'm saying here? And this is what I'm confused about. Does that mean instead of... all I normally go is either British or play in Premier League, basically. That's what I normally do. But instead of that, does that mean I'm just going to find a player that fits playing right back really well, that can have good runs? You know what I mean? Is that... this is interesting. I don't understand, but let me know in the comments. I think this is what it is, that it's sort of replacing chemistry in Ultimate Team. It might not be. I don't know.
Role. That means it's up to you to assign the proper role that fits the player and your strategy.
To give you a sense of how your team will play, you can check your players' activity maps, detailed descriptions of each player's role, a dynamic summary of your tactic, and even how your team looks with and without the ball.
And when you need it, the game will provide...
And I like that. Hold up. Where is it? Yeah. See, park the bus. As soon as Australia kick a goal, when Australia play, the Socceroos park the bus immediately, lads, because we're not going to score another one. Realistically, that's why I support England. But I like this. I like this. So this is change up the strategies on the fly as games progress, which perhaps means for those who play 5-minute matches, perhaps upping it to 10-minute matches, two 2-minute halves, maybe have 2 5-minute halves, or possibly 2 15-minute halves and 30-minute matches. Could be a general possibility because it gives you a little bit more, you feel a little bit more lively way of playing the game. But again, I'm pretty hyped for this. A lot of people sort of starting to get a bit stale with FIFA or FC not really changing much. I feel like this is what we sort of needed. But again, I haven't played the game yet, so I have no idea if this is what we need.
The game will provide in-match tactical suggestions based on the current match situation.
You can even change your team's tactics and focus using the directional pad.
That's awesome.
If you find a tactic you like, you can share it with your friends
or followers
using a tactic.
I think I saw this a bit online. People saying, "Yeah, this is just gonna become an OP or OP tactic, or whatever you're calling this at the moment. What are you calling?
If you find a tactic you like, you can share it with your friends.
Yeah, realistically, soon enough, there's gonna be a code, and everyone's gonna use that code. And it's going to become pretty stale. Foot champs again. So I guess they probably shouldn't have added this and, leave it a little bit more open wide instead of... But that's what
friends
or followers.
It's whatever.
Using a tactic-specific code.
FCIQ is also the foundation of gameplay across all modes.
We'll go into more detail on career mode in the career mode deep dive. But FCIQ...
I look forward to the career mode deep dive. Will be here on this channel, obviously. But I genuinely think career mode could be... If they're changing it up a little bit, career mode could be fun. And they need to make it a little bit more cutscene-y, a little bit more possibly third person. You know what you could used to do in the AFL Evolution games? You used to be able to run around like your player on the field looking for a third person angle. I want that. That's what I want in FIFA. That'll be awesome. Anyway, let's continue.
Makes team tactics and individual player roles essential to the success of your team.
FCIQ will also influence the core systems in career, relating to transfers, scouting, and the youth academy, meaning squad building and development.
So, I'm sorry for pausing. Does this again all mean Ultimate Team? Or is this more career mode? I believe it's Ultimate Team, so you can pre-sign players, and Does this, like, realistically, does this mean you can pre-sign a player, or you can, well, not pre-sign, just sign a player, and then put them in the academy and their rating goes up the more work you put into them? Is that correct? So let's say I could make, like, you know, like, a Timmy-Cast, not really a Timmy-Cast, he's already pretty good. Scratch that. A player that, you know, is average, put them into squad build, like, what? I'm really confused. And I think I'm not sounding a lot of
Is
sense.
way beyond just OVRs.
So does that mean you can have academies, basically, to up your player, like,
In clubs, the biggest impact of FCIQ will be on customizing your team's tactics.
That's what I was trying to say. I don't know.
Club managers and lobby captains will be able to select, create, and customize tactics and choose player roles for the team.
These tactics...
Wait a minute.
Customized.
1.6 mil, by the way. By the way, if anyone ever had over, like, 200,000 coins, fair dues. I think I only ever had 100,000 coins. And that was a very tough grind. So, yeah, 1.6 mil. Maybe I'm just bad. That could be a problem, but...
Tactics and choose player
I
roles
gotta be
for
honest.
the team.
These tactics influence AI behaviors, which in the past have been a challenge for clubs. FCIQ gives players more control over the way their teams are set up, but most importantly, the way their AI teammates play and position themselves.
FC25 is the world's game in every sense, which means if it's in the game, it's in our game. We've used volumetric capture to source even
I'm convinced Bellingham will eventually come to Liverpool, by the way.
more real-world moments and bring them into FC. We have real movements, real goals, real styles of play, and of course, real celebrations across over 19,000 players and teams added to FC25.
Play styles were a huge success to the game last year, and we're building on that. In FC25,
So you'll see here, like, this is very stale, right? Like, there's not a lot of action with the way the characters move. Over here, they're very, like, lively. You'll see
adding new goalkeeper play styles to the game.
And there's lots more we're excited about. Professional fouls, new skill moves, visual enhancements across overlays,
I like that.
full body
Liverpool,
AI mimic,
Champions League,
realistic
come on.
movements in jerseys and materials, and so much more.
See, this is what I'm saying. See, like, the way that the top moves, you know what I mean? You know what I'm, like, we've all played FIFA for a long time, let's be honest. If the tops feel very stuck to the player. You know what I mean? You don't see a lot of
movements in jerseys and
I've got to, like, see how that's flapping around?
materials.
Like, I know that this is very small. And this is not really what we needed in FC, to be honest. There's so many other things we've got to do, like packs. Got to fix packs and got to fix, you know, OP, Ultimate Team for Foot Chaps or whatever. Like, you know what I mean? There's a lot of stuff they got to do. But this is cool. You know, I'm not going to go here and saying this is, you know, they should have worked on something else. Because I like this. This is cool. Is it going to be game-changing? Am I going to spend another $120 to buy the game? Yeah. Is it going to be game-changing? Is there much of a reason for everyone to? No. You know what I mean? But realistically, if you want to play FIFA properly, you buy the new game every year, right? That's cool, though.
And so much more.
That's it.
That's it. You heard them. That's it.
And so...
we'll leave it on this. Realistically, what do you think? I think overall, we've got to give it a chance. And that's the thing. You know, realistically, we've got to give it a chance. Because this is what we're going to play, basically. I think a lot of the time, people are going to say it's a little bit too involved. For a lot of people who perhaps don't understand football or soccer, wherever you're from, that's going to be harder, basically, to work out formations. For me, I always like to do more stuff with my formation. You know, whether I play 2 up front, 1 up front, or, you know what I mean? Like, I always like to play... I like to mix it around a little bit. I have a little bit more fun with it that way. But I think I can see why a lot of people are going to be upset at the fact that this is, you know, basically Football Manager. I think what I've seen online. There's a lot of people like, all right, go play Football Manager if you want. You know what I mean? Like, it's not that. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. Look, I'm probably not the right person to have my reaction to. I just sort of want to make a video on the second channel because I can, but I got pretty excited when I saw it. I guess I sort of just get excited, you know, about the small things, I guess, in games. Like, I like this game. But I'll probably play it a little bit late, realistically. But if you want to see me play it, subscribe to the channel. If you want to see the career mode deep dive, which, I mean, is it out? No, it couldn't be out. I mean, it probably won't be out for a few days. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what to say. Other than, I guess, we've got to wait and see. Thank you so much for watching, I guess. Subscribe to the second channel. Subscribe to the main channel, more importantly, for racing and car-themed content. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Comment next time for more. I'll see you then. Goodbye.